Hi, boys and girls. This is Mr. Class from TE Middle School, 5th grade. I'm just introducing myself because there are other students besides my own class who will be watching this video. Okay, so a couple things. What we're doing today is we are going to find the surface area of equilateral triangular prisms. So let's go over a few things first before we actually figure it out. First of all, an equilateral triangular prism has at its bases two triangles. Both of those triangles are equilateral, meaning all sides are equal. So when you see these two little hash marks like this all around, that means each side's equal. So the bases are triangles, and they're equilateral triangles. And then we have three rectangles, 1, 2, 3, and those rectangles are all equal to each other. Okay, so next, the area, let's go over the surface area for it. So the area of a triangle is 1/2 times the base times the height. A rectangle is length times width. So what we're going to be doing is this, figuring out the area for two triangles. And the reason why there's two, because there's two bases, 1, 2. And then we're going to add in the three rectangles. And there's going to be three rectangles because there's a triangle here, so that means that there's three rectangles connected. Okay, boys and girls, so we're going to do the first one together. So I look at this, it's a equilateral triangular prism. So we have on here, I'm going to write the formula for a triangle. Area equals 1/2 base times height. However, if you notice, because it's a prism, we have two bases. So what I'm really going to do is do area equals 2, because there's two triangles, times 1/2. The base is going to be right here, which is 6, times, they give us the height right here is 5.2. So there's a couple ways to actually solve this at this point. What I like to do is this. I'm just going to simplify right here. So if you notice, all we have to do is do 6 times 5.2. And if I do 6 times 5.2, I'm going to get 31.2 inches squared. So now we need to figure out the rectangles. So there's going to be three rectangles, and I'm just going to highlight the rectangle right here. And the area for a rectangle is length times width. So we have three of them. So the area is going to equal, I have 3 times the length, which is 6, times 4.5. So what I'm going to do is multiply the 6 times 4.5 first. And when I do that, 6 times 4.5 is going to be 27. So it's 3 times 27. So the area will equal, when we multiply, is 81 inches squared. What I need to do now is add, and I'm going to add in my triangles, 31.2, plus I have my rectangles, which is 81. And when I add those together, I'm going to get 112.2 inches squared. Okay, so next one, let me just move on, is going to be this one. So I'm going to write the formulas. I want you guys to do these at home. When you're done, well, before you're done, pause it. Then what you're going to do is do the problem. Then when you want to check your answer, hit play. So let me write the formulas first for you. So triangle is area equals 1/2 base times height. Rectangle is going to be area equals length times width. And don't forget, for the triangles you have 2, for the rectangles you have 3. So pause and then hit play. Okay, so for the triangles, if I look, I have area equals, there's 2 of them, times 1/2, the base is 5, times 4.3. So you're going to see that those simplify right there, 2.5. So it's 5 times 4.3. So if you notice this, really what you could do to get a step ahead is you really are just multiplying base times height. You don't have to worry about the 2 times 1/2 because you have two triangles. And if you put the triangles together, you get a rectangle. So it's like length times width. So that's 5 times 4.3. So that area, 5 times 4.3, is going to be 21.5. And that's inches squared. So that takes care of our triangles. So let's do our rectangles. So it's area equals, there's 3 of them, times length times width. So here's the length, which is 14. So it's 14 times 5. So area will equal 14 times 5 is 70. So 7 times, that's 70. 3 times 70. And then we have area equals 210 inches squared. Now you need to add them up. And when you add them up, you're going to get 200. And we have 31.5 inches squared. Okay, boys and girls, let's review this one. So the area for triangles, area equals 1/2 base times height, but we're going to be doing 2. So it's 2 times 1/2 the base, which is right down here, which is 8, because it's over here, and this 8 is, again, an equilateral triangle, so all sides are 8. So the base is 8 times 6.9. So what I like to do is I like to simplify right away. So when I simplify, the 2.5 simplify, and that's just 1. So it's just 8 times 6.9. And 8 times 6.9, we're going to get 55.2, and that's centimeters squared. Then for the rectangles, it's length times width, but we have 3 sides, so or 3 rectangles. So it's 3 times 24, which is the length, times the width, which is 8. So 24 times 8 will be 192. And we have to times it by 3. Oops, let me rewrite that. So it's 3 times 192. That will equal 576. And that's centimeters squared. 31.2.